My name is Cynthia Hamilton, and I am the social media and website coordinator for the BCA. And welcome to everyone here. I'd like to introduce our current president, Don Violet, and he's going to make a few remarks.
Thank you all for coming out, and this is where you get to hear from the horse's mouth. In the back, we've got brochures, feedback on tonight's event. We all want everybody's feedback. We also would like to know how you've heard of us. Membership in the Community Association helps us go a long way. We'll probably even have a hat pass through the audience tonight, as it is beginning to be quite a year for the Community Association, and we're raising money for an electronic bulletin board and sign in our community. It will keep us updated on all these events, meetings, all candidates meetings. Is doing the filming of our event tonight, so we can keep it on the website. And the next election, you can refer to it and see how the candidates answered the questions and how they voted throughout the years that they served. We hope that'll be of a benefit to you as well. We have washrooms around the corner over here, if anybody does need it. And the emergency exits are open on both ends, even though construction looks like it's starting soon. We'd also like to ask everybody to turn off their cell phones. Please do that now. We need to give the candidates the respect of being allowed to answer the question. You may not agree with what they're saying, but allow them to have their say, please. We have a moderator who will be asking the questions, and if they go over the time, their microphone will be cut off. So we're trying to keep this moving slow so we can get a lot of questions in for you. The questions are coming in, and they'll be answered in the order they were received without asking any duplicate questions or any improper questions. So thank you again, and enjoy the night.
Thanks. In addition to the washrooms, could everybody please stay and put the chair you are currently occupying away at the very end of the evening. First thing I'd like to do is acknowledge all of the volunteers of the BCA, and I wonder if you could all join me in giving them a big hand. They're all dedicated. Thank you. I'd like to all remind you, if you go to the website, you can learn how to become a member, or you can get the membership form in our brochure. We do need volunteers. I'd also like to thank our guests for showing up tonight from the Burquitlam RCMP and the various booths over here. Please take the time to go and see what they have to offer. I'm just going to talk about the format. Each candidate will have 2 minutes at the very beginning to make their opening speech. They will then get we will go through the questions, and everybody will get the opportunity to answer the questions. Please note, I may be paraphrasing your question because we may have 2 or 3 of the same question. So if I'm paraphrasing it, please forgive me. I'm having to do this on the fly. My brain is old and doesn't think very fast. At 15 seconds, you'll get 1 minute and 30 seconds to answer the question. 15 seconds before the end of it, the lovely Jackie here will raise a yellow card at you. At 1 minute and 30 seconds, she will raise that red card, and Lori at the back is going to kill the sound. Don't kill myself. I'd like to remind you all that what you are going to do tonight, you learned in kindergarten. Share the mic. We can do it. It's okay. It'll work. Just remember to pass it over. And for the audience, crying babies are okay. That's okay. Heckling is not okay. I have been a wife since I was 20. That's a long time. I will give you the stare of death if you heckle. I have raised 3 girls in puberty at 15 at the same time. Trust me when I say I have that look down cool. No heckling. Okay? Is there anybody who doesn't understand that? Because I said that last time, and I still had to come and forcibly stare at someone. Sorry, not you. I know you're not married. You have no idea what the look of death is. So, with that, I am going to turn this over to the candidates. We're going to start right with Tim. We're going to ask you to start with your 2-minute intro. We're going to go down the line, and then we're going to start asking questions. Thank you very much.
Okay, thank you so much, everyone, for attending. Thank you to the Burquitlam Community Association for hosting this. And again, though, thank you all so much for taking times out of your night and for factoring in your local candidate into your decision on October 19th. This election, we have a big choice ahead of us. We have the choice to follow down the track of the proven leadership of Prime Minister Stephen Harper, to keep our taxes low, to grow our economy, or to take Canada in a completely different direction, with higher taxes and deficit spending. As for myself, I served in Afghanistan with Canadian forces. I saw firsthand the devastation and the human suffering that comes at the cost of having a lack of security and a broken economy in that country. Coming back to Canada, I have the drive to work hard, to fight for this community, to protect our quality of life, to protect and grow our economy. So on October 19th, I'm hoping to earn your support for the vote for Tim Laidler of the Conservative Party of Canada. Thank you.
Hello, my name is Brian Sproule. I'm filling in for candidate Roland Verrier. I live in Port Moody, and I'm a candidate for the Marxist-Leninist Party in Burnaby, North Seymour. We both couldn't be in the same riding. First of all, I want to acknowledge our presence on unceded Coast Salish territory. We stand for the immediate and complete restoration of the hereditary rights of the First Nations. We stand for new nation-to-nation relations with the First Nations based on equality and mutual respect. The Marxist-Leninist Party is running 70 candidates across the country, 14 in BC, and to raise certain concerns to the people, and also so that the independent voice of the working class will be heard in this election. There's a lot of concerns that people have raised with us that are not being addressed. And one of the major ones is that people feel disempowered, feel marginalized, that they're not really part of it, even though they get to vote every 4 years, they don't feel that they So we propose a new electoral process where, first of all, there be no public funding of political parties, and that the selection of candidates will be made by the citizens. The party can still put forward their candidates, but before the main election, there will be some kind of a runoff so that the people would be selecting the candidates and it's not simply choose. Right now, what you have basically is people voting for parties. And you see all the media and so on is pushing this idea of parties. So I have to close now. Anyway, we say no election without selection. Fund the process, not the parties.
Could I try and limit the clapping until the very end, just because it's going to eat into everybody's time? Thanks.
I'm Jessie Adcock, and I'm the Liberal candidate for Port Moody Burquitlam. Thank you to the Burquitlam Community Association for having us, and thank you to everybody for making the time to come out tonight. I'm running because I believe in Canada, and I believe that we can do better. I believe that this country has been the model country all over the world for so many years. In our country, we teach kids that they can do whatever they want, we can be whatever we want. We've been heralded all across the world as models in innovation and technology, leadership and humanitarianism, all over the world. I see that eroding, and I feel that as a community member and a mother in this society, that we need to send stronger candidates to Ottawa. We need to send people with real skills. I've worked all over the world in global banking and telecommunications. I speak 4 languages, and I've also gone to school up here at SFU. I'm born and raised in the Vancouver area, and I've been part of the Port Moody Burquitlam community for 25 years. I think that the time is now to recognize that Justin Trudeau and the Liberals have the most visionary plan for our future. They're thinking about the systems and the frameworks that we need to grow as a country, to create more jobs for our kids, to create more opportunities, and to restore our reputation in the world. I strongly urge you to take a look at the platform and give me strong consideration on October 19th when you choose who you're going to cast your ballot for. Thank you for coming out tonight, and thank you for the opportunity to speak to you.
Welcome and good evening. My name is Madsen. I'm the Green Party candidate for the riding of Burquitlam in Burquitlam. I would like to thank the Burquitlam Business Association and all of you for coming out tonight and organizing this event. Perhaps I don't have the impressive experience of a career politician, but I bring in an international perspective, the experience of a small business owner, and the courage to have joined one of Canada's smallest of the 4 established parties. And what I especially like about my party is actually that it gives me the freedom to make independent decisions in the best interest of my constituency without being whipped by the political leadership. Looking at the near unsurmountable challenges, I believe that the Green Party has set up the right platform actually to address the challenges ahead. So, as citizens of a G7 country, with one of the largest, second largest land mass, 3 shorelines, and the damaging fossil fuel extraction operations involved, we have heightened responsibility and opportunity to do the right thing to safeguard the lives and the future of our next generations. There are no wasted votes when it comes to voting green. Every vote is a loud signal to Ottawa. It shows a protest of an increasing number of Canadians who don't feel represented by the established parties. The very reason why the other parties are finally starting to pick up on green issues is the fact that the Green Party has been very vocal about the issues at stake. So, what are the issues I hope we can talk about tonight? How to modernize the economy and get real about climate change. How to empower Canadians, how to govern smarter and less partisan. And last but not least, so I look forward to my
Thank you very much to the Burquitlam Community Association for hosting tonight's All Candidates meeting, and thank you all for coming out to this important event.